Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about something that a lot of people don't see, which is what it's like being in a sports environment where there's a lot of pressure around food and body image. And so I'm here with a guest today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Justin. I'm a sophomore and I've been swimming competitively since I've been 8.
Thank you so much for being here. I feel like this is something a lot of people experience but don't really talk about. So to start, can you describe what your day-to-day environment is like as a swimmer?
Yeah, so we basically practice every day and then we're just around the same amount of people. And since it's swimming, you're just very aware of your body constantly since you're a swimsuit all the time.
When did you first start noticing conversations around food or body images?
I don't know. I probably started hearing it earlier than I realized. Like, I would hear a lot of people just make comments about what they were eating or what they weren't eating, or talk about their calories. I didn't think like it was a big deal at first, but it kind of built up.
Do you feel like people talk about it openly, or is it more subtle?
I feel like it's more subtle, but like just like people dropping hints here and there. You won't say, I have a problem, but there would be stuff like, oh, what are you eating? And people would say, oh, just a bag of chips.
Do you feel like there's an ideal body type for swimmers?
Yeah, probably. So me as like a male swimmer, I feel like if you're taller and you're buffer, you have more muscle, people start connecting that to like how you swim. Like if you're buffer, you're gonna swim faster.
Do you ever hear your teammates talking about food in ways that feel not super healthy?
Yeah, so we have morning practice and people just skip meals here and there just because they want to and they feel guilty after eating, and it just kind of became normalized.
That's really concerning. Do you think that affects how other people start thinking about food?
Oh yeah, definitely, because like if you didn't think about that before, just being around it all the time can make you start questioning yourself, like when you start comparing yourself to other people.
Have you ever felt pressure to change how you look or eat because of that environment?
Honestly, personally not much, but I know a few people who have. I don't think it's really hard not to, because if somebody just like directly tells you or hints at it, you're gonna there's kind of an unspoken expectation.
Do you think coaches even unconsciously play a role in that?
Yeah, sometimes I think so, because I was talking to one of my coaches and they're talking about how sometimes they're dietitians and swimmers ask them about what they should eat or not, and comments about performance or your body can like stick with people more than they realize.
How does being around all of this affect you mentally?
It can be pretty draining. You're already focused on improving your sport, trying to get faster, and on top of that, you're thinking about how you look and what you're eating all the time.
Do you think people outside of sports realize how serious this is?
Honestly, probably not, because from the outside it just looks like people being healthy or dedicated to your sport, but I feel like it goes so much deeper than that.
Yeah, of course. Do you wish people understood about this kind of, what do you wish people understood about this kind of environment?
That is not always obvious, and just because something's normalized doesn't mean that it's okay.
What do you think would make the sports environment healthier?
Honestly, just less focus on appearance and more on like actual health and performance in a balanced way, and just be more aware about how people talk about food and bodies, and how not skipping meals and how skipping meals can be such a drastic thing on your health.
How do you think that teammates can support each other better?
I feel like as long as you're mindful of what you say and check in on people, even just not making certain comments can make a difference. For example, say maybe the second or third thing that comes to mind.
If you think someone's friend or teammate is struggling, what would be a good way to approach them?
Honestly, just being there and not judging, asking if they're okay and actually listening, not trying to jump in, trying to help them solve it. Just keep asking if they're okay.
And then finally, what would you say to someone who might be going through this right now?
Honestly, that they're just not alone, because just because something feels normal in your environment doesn't mean you have to go through it by yourself. A lot of people are facing this right now.
Thank you so much for being on our podcast, Justin, and for sharing. I think this is something that a lot of people needed to hear. To everyone listening, a lot of these struggles stay hidden, especially in places that are supposed to be about health. But conversations like this start to change how people think. If this episode resonated with you, you're not alone, and there are people who care about you and want to help. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.